Hello, 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 and welcome back to the King of Diamonds channel. I am your host, Saxon Jenkins, and today we're going to be doing another tier list. Because I actually really enjoyed the first time when we did the Tim Burton tier list. If you haven't seen that, go watch that now. But today we're going to be talking about a controversial topic. Something that is very argumentative. People don't really agree on anything in this fandom. Star Wars, beloved to many and hated by many. Recently, I've been one of the fans that have experienced extreme burnout. I'm not looking forward to The Mandalorian and Grogu whatsoever, but I know I'm going to watch it anyway. I'm going to review it, blah, 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 blah. But today we're going to be discussing the things that I do like, as well as the things that I don't, and the things that I love, and the things that I wish to God didn't get created, but did, unfortunately. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Rightio, I've got the tier list right here on my laptop, and I'll be going through all of the movies and apparently all the shows. I don't know if everything's here. I don't actually think everything is here, so I'm probably going to have to add some things to this tier list as we go along. Let's start off somewhere simple on a show that I think we can all agree, some of us can agree, is somewhat decent. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Now this show I really liked when I was younger, and then when I fell out of Star Wars in general, I did find that this TV show, it helped reignite my love for Star Wars, and that's why it's kind of special to me. I don't think it is youngling Padawan Knight Master Council Member Grandmaster. Well, that's an interesting way of doing this tier list. I like that quite a lot. I don't think it belongs in Grandmaster, but Council Member is... yeah, I'd put it there. I'd put it Council Member. It's pretty good. It does have a lot of bad episodes. A lot of people remember it for all the good stuff, but there's a lot of filler. But overall, pretty good stuff. Righto. Star Wars Resistance, I've never seen it, so I'm just gonna leave it. Rogue One is bad for the most part, and then it gets better in the last third of the film, but everyone seems to praise it as this amazing masterpiece. I really wouldn't put it at that. I don't think it's bad either. I'd probably stick it in Night for now. It's fine. It's got good stuff in it, but there's a lot of stupid stuff too. Here we go. Let's do a prequel movie. Phantom Menace. If you're a King of Diamonds veteran, and you scroll down to the very first video on my channel, it's not the first video I ever posted, it's the second one I ever posted, but the first video I ever posted, I deleted because it just wasn't good. But I will consider my Phantom Menace video to be technically the first King of Diamonds video, because it was the first video in the format, I guess, that I have. And you know that I don't like this movie very much. I'm going to stick that in... I put in Padawan. It's not youngling, but it's definitely not good. It's definitely not good. The Mandalorian is a show that was really, really cool when it first came out. I really enjoyed Season 1. Season 2 I watched most of, and then I stopped. No, wait, did I? No, I know how it ends, but I never finished Season 2. I've never seen any of Season 3. So I actually don't know much about, what happens there. I've heard it's really bad in Season 3. I honestly don't care. I got bored in Season 2 and lost interest. I'd say Season 1 is pretty great. Season 2 is, it's fine. I wouldn't put in Master. I put in Knight, because it was maybe a low, okay, I'll put in Low Master, because Season 1 is pretty great. Alright, but it does fall off, doesn't it? Let's see here. We've got the sequels. Alright, we'll do one sequel. Force Awakens. It's actually not awful. It does get worse with each time you see it. It doesn't hold up at all, and a lot of the stuff that gets set up was cool, but is not cool because you see where they take it, and it does hurt it a lot. So I put it in Low Knight, but to say that it's like bad, I think is silly. It's not bad, but it is stupid, and it is a very big rip-off of A New Hope, which, speaking of, A New Hope is 100% Grandmaster. Grandmaster, it is great. It's a great movie. I go between that and, the other favorite Star Wars movie a lot because it's hard to choose between the two, but I think you know what I'm going to be putting up there with it. Let's do Solo. Solo: A Star Wars Story is a strange one. I actually don't hate this movie. It's not that bad. If you rewatch it, please hear me out. Rewatch it. It's not awful. It's not amazing, but it is cool to see a movie that is just it's just a fun, quirky side quest. And I know that's why a lot of people don't like it, as well as, the end credit scene with Darth Maul is stupid. I don't know why they put it in there. It leads to nothing. The casting is another thing people weren't really happy about. People didn't want to see anyone else play Han Solo, and that created a lot of controversy. But honestly, it's not that bad. I wouldn't put it, too high up, but I think it's about like low master to high knight. Yeah, I put it in low master. It's pretty good, like when you rewatch it. It's a fun movie. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie, unlike its TV show counterpart, is boring. It's not as bad as Phantom Menace, but it is very, very boring. I don't care. Phantom Menace is also very, very boring. Well, actually, I might actually put it below. Nah. Okay, tie. I'll give it a tie. I don't know which one's worse. Star Wars Rebels. People really like this show. I really hate it. I don't like Ezra Bridger at all. I hate him. He's annoying. He bothers me a lot. He's stupid. If you want to know why I don't like this show, okay, a critic that does a fantastic job of discussing why this show sucks. What are you gonna... Because I'm talking about Star Wars, if I mention this movie critic, you might get annoyed at me. Cosmonaut Variety Hour. I love Cosmonaut Variety Hour so much. I don't agree with everything he says. Like, there's a lot of movies I disagree on him very strongly with, but he's probably my favorite. I just love his videos so much, and he did a great video about Star Wars Rebels, and it basically sums up all the reasons why, I didn't like it either. So, watch that video if you haven't seen it. It's very funny. This show sucks. I put it below Phantom Menace. No, actually, I'll put Phantom Menace above the Star Wars Clone Wars movie, just because of the Darth Maul scene, actually, and the Padawan, so the race scene. Okay, what else do we have here? Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Again, a lot of people recently have been saying that it's good and not as bad as you remember. I think it's entertaining. I think this is one of the prequels that it's not good at all by any means. I don't like it. But if I said that I was bored during it, I'd be lying through my teeth, because I do find it to be an entertaining watch, even though it's not good. I'm not talking about the Anakin and Padme stuff. I still think that is really difficult to get through. But Detective Obi-Wan is pretty fun. So I'd put it above Phantom Menace, but I'm not going to put it in Youngling. I don't think any of the prequels should be in Youngling. That's like a different level of bad, reserved for certain movies. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. You know where this is going. You know where it's going, don't you? It's going in Youngling. Oh! No. It's going in Padawan. Low Padawan. When I say this is like, if there was an in-between tier here, I'd put it there. There's a reason why. I'll explain why I'm not putting in the very lowest of lows in a moment. I'll get to it, I promise you. But first, we got to talk about Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is a flawed movie. It's not perfect, it's not amazing, but it is a classic, and I do enjoy it. I wouldn't put it in... I put it in master tier above The Mandalorian. But it's not at the same height that the other original trilogy movies are, because that's a really high bar, and it's hard to, top that. So... now we'll get into the main meat. I've left the 3 important Star Wars movies for last. But first, we got to talk about Kenobi. Here we go. I put Kenobi in there. Kenobi was disappointing. It's disappointing. I put it... Oh, this is hard. Padawan. The reason why. I've seen the edits that like these like people make edits where they turn it into a movie, like an hour and a half movie. It's actually pretty cool that way. But there's a lot of flaws with this show. The reason why I put it so low is because I was so excited for this show. I really, really was excited for this show, and it disappointed me so badly. I think it's got a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of the scene at the end when Vader and Obi-Wan are fighting, and he says, "You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did." Man, and then he said, when Obi-Wan says, "Anakin, I'm sorry," that hit me. But it would have hit me harder if the rest of the show was good. We have to talk about the main three movies that I left for last, like I said. Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, and The Rise of Skywalker. Now let's start with the one that I think most people want me to talk about. Revenge of the Sith. People love this movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. To be honest, I have a lot of nostalgia for all three prequels, but at least I can admit that I don't think the first two are very good. The third one is not a bad movie. It's got problems. I think everyone, for the most part, can agree this is not a perfect film either. But a lot of people would put in Grandmaster. A lot of people would make it the best Star Wars movie of all time. I really wouldn't put it there. It's got a lot of issues, but I think that with a mixture of bias and the fact that it's a pretty cool movie, and the action stuff is really awesome, and it does pick up the ball from where it was dropped by the other two films. So I'd put it in council member above the Clone Wars. Because if it wasn't for the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, we wouldn't have the Clone Wars, so I put it above that. But now we get into the This is why I didn't put Last Jedi and Youngling. Because there has to be a tier for this movie. There are words that I can think of that can describe a bad film. But there are no words that I can use or think of to describe how much I hate this film. To call it a movie is insulting. This movie destroyed my love of the franchise for years. Years. The Clone Wars had to save me from my hatred of this film franchise. I can't put Last Jedi and Youngling because that would be to compare it to the levels of bad that The Rise of Skywalker has. In every possible way, this movie bothers me. It's going in Youngling. It destroyed my love of a franchise that previously I adored, and now I just really like Star Wars. I don't love Star Wars anymore. I do really like it because I do enjoy the other movies, but I do not love it anymore, and this film is why. And of course, we got to get to the obvious number one choice, The Empire Strikes Back. I alluded to it in my Phantom Menace video. It's my favorite Star Wars movie, probably. It goes between that one and New Hope, but I think if I had to pick one out of the two, I'm going to pick Empire Strikes Back. It's the most iconic. It's the most interesting. It's got Yoda. Gotta love Yoda. Yoda hasn't been as good as he was in Empire Strikes Back ever, because he was a puppet back then, and he was really, really funny. Remember when Yoda was funny? Do you remember that?
Oh, but Saxon, why didn't you put Ahsoka and Acolyte and Andor on the tier list? Why didn't you do that?
Because I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. Why? I can't put it on there, can I? I can't talk about it. I can't pretend
Andor's the best thing I've ever seen.
I've never watched it. Shush. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm sorry. That's my tier list. That's the tier list. That's the Star Wars tier list. I said that a lot of times. I need to be put down. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have your own Star Wars tier list, share your ranking with me in the comments section. I'll be happy to reply to you. It also increases my engagement. Follow me on my socials if you are interested. And yeah, Star Wars is a franchise and it does exist and you can watch it. Anyway, bye!